guys, the smartphones under Rs 20,000 segment is one of the most crowded segments in India after the under Rs 15,000 segment. The phones in this segment are now more competitive than ever. In this price, you can get a phone with a Super AMOLED display with a high refresh rate. You can also get a phone with 108 megapixel camera, 65-watt charging, 8 series chipset and even 5G and a lot more. So that's pretty awesome. This also means that there are a lot of good phones in this segment. So the big question is which phone to buy under 20k. So this is Don from Don Tech Info. To stay up to date with my latest videos on technology, inventions, gadgets and tips, make sure to subscribe this YouTube channel and click the bell icon. For your convenience, I have divided the video into 5 sections. Best phone for software experience, best phone for performance and gaming, best all-round phone under 20k, best phone under 15k and the best phone for 5G. So let us start with the best phone for a good software experience. There are actually two smartphone makers that offers a clean stock Android experience under 20k. There is this Motorola and Micromax. I think you should go for the new Motorola phones, the Moto G40 or the Moto G60 Fusion for a better experience. Whatever is in your budget. Let me start with the Moto G60. The Moto G60 is a phone that scores high on software and battery life. The device lasts for a long time on a single charge. While the UI is easy to understand, the performance on the G60 is nothing spectacular, but the camera quality of the 108 megapixel sensor is a bigger letdown. The Motorola G60 is a 108 megapixel triple rear camera phone. It is powered by a Snapdragon 732G chipset integrated with a 6GB RAM and 128GB of inbuilt storage. Moreover, the phone brings a 120Hz 6.7-inch Full HD Plus display with a 32 megapixel punch hole camera, and it is backed by a 6000 mAh battery with a fast charging support. Regarding the good on Moto G60, it has a clean software, plus having a clean stock Android experience with no bloatware and no spamming features or notifications. The 732G chipset is good, so the performance is great, and the 6000 mAh battery lasts crazy long. And regarding the bad, the design isn't that great and is a bit heavy and plasticky. The camera isn't that bad, but it's kind of average even with the 108 megapixel sensor, and the 20-watt charger isn't the fastest. I think both the Moto G40 and the Moto G60 are great phones for people who are not geeks, basically people who don't want a complicated experience, or for parents who want a good simple phone that's not filled with bloatware recommendations and spammy notifications that they don't know how to disable. The next one, the best phones under 20k for gaming, or if you want the ultimate experience or performance. Now to be honest, there are actually a lot of great phones that brings a lot of power in this price range. For example, the Realme X7 or the Realme Narzo 30 Pro with MediaTek Dimensity 800U, which is actually a pretty capable chipset, but the phones that brings the most power in this price range is Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro. The Poco X3 Pro's window to the world is a 6.67-inch IPS LCD panel that offers a full HD plus resolution and refreshes at a 120Hz. What makes me recommend this phone is the performance that Snapdragon 860 chipset brings. I mean, the camera is decent too, and the battery performance and the charging is good too, but yeah, the performance is big highlight. It's actually the phone to buy if you want high-end performance and gaming on a budget. I mean, any serious chipset does get a little warm, but I think the most phones with 8 series chipset get a little hot, but is not overheated, other than it's just a very good performance. Now talking about the bad, the Poco X3 Pro is not my favorite when it comes to look, or is the size is kind of hefty, and it also does not have an AMOLED display. But if you are okay with these points, the performance is what you really matter, then the Poco X3 Pro is the best choice. Well, I have talked about the best phone for software experience as well as the best one for gaming performance, but which is like the all-around great smartphone to buy under 20k. A phone that basically works for everyone and which does well on all the fronts. Well, I have to choose between the Realme 8 Pro and the Redmi Note 10 Pro or Pro Max. After a lot of consideration, I think it was pretty easy to come with the best all-around phone, which is the Redmi Note 10 Pro or the Pro Max, whichever is in your budget. The Redmi Note 10 Pro has a 6.7-inch AMOLED screen powered by an octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor, running on Android 11 with stereo speakers, 4 rear cameras, a long-lasting 5050 mAh battery, and a fast charger inside the box. Plus, it has a CP 120Hz display, which is the same refresh rate as seen in the top of the line models such as the Galaxy S21 Ultra. As far as the cameras are concerned, the Redmi Note 10 Pro on the rear packs a quad camera setup featuring a 64 megapixel primary camera, 8 megapixel camera, and a 5 megapixel camera and another 2 megapixel camera. The rear camera setup has an autofocus. It has a single front camera setup for selfies featuring a 16 megapixel sensor. The Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Pro Max brings a very good 120Hz AMOLED display. The camera performance is very good for the price, and the rest of the phone on the performance front or even on the battery and charging is just solid. I mean, the phone even looks great and it's a premium set. Regarding the bad is that the presence of these MIUI bugs. These minor MIUI bugs which come across are not exactly the deal breakers. If you ask me which one to choose under 20k, I think the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the Pro Max are the ones if you want a perfect balance of all the things. What if you have a budget of 12k versus just below 15k? Which phone should you buy then? Well, I think you should go for the Redmi Note 10. I mean, for a phone that starts around 12k, it has some really good points. Redmi Note 10 is equipped with a new 6.43 AMOLED display, Qualcomm Snapdragon 678 processor, 5000 mAh battery, and 33 watt fast charger. The AMOLED panel is great, performance and camera is just solid. The battery is long lasting and the phone is compact and nice, so it is actually a great phone to buy in this price. The MIUI tool at this price has some issues, we all know that, but that's pretty much it. Look at the 12k and the Redmi Note 10, I think is easy to recommend. The Realme 8 5G is one of the most affordable 5G phone in India right now. It is powered by a MediaTek Dimensity 700 5G chipset and features a 6.5-inch display that offers a Full HD Plus resolution and supports 90Hz refresh rate. The Realme 8 5G has an octa-core CPU with Mali G57 GPU and is paired with up to 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB storage options to choose from. It has triple cameras on the back with a 48 MP primary camera, 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth sensor. There is a 16 megapixel selfie camera on the front as well. The Realme 8 5G is equipped with a 5000 mAh battery that supports 18 watt fast charging. The most thing to note here is that it has the most number of 5G bands in this price. Yes, it has these 5 5G bands, which is more than any flagship 5G phones in India. So this is good. Also, this is a decent phone with a compact design and a very good performance thanks to the Dimensity 700 5G chipset. Yeah, its IPS LCD and 18 watt fast charging are a kind of downgrade when compared to the Realme 8, but other than it is pretty decent phone. All of these were my choices for the best decent phones under 20k. Make sure to like and comment the video if you have enjoyed it. Also, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get notifications on my next amazing tech videos. Signing off, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Stay safe and take care.